advancing to the main event. We are underway with game number 1.
Canyons versus Endpoint. We've seen them both on stream already. 3 in a row for Canyons. They won 2 in a row, sorry, for Canyons. This is their third. They've won both of them already. A very close win against Magnifico just there. And a pretty dominant win against Giddles. A team we were expecting to be near the top. And Endpoint as well. A good performance. A shaky first game. But they've really brought it back since then. A good win over the BDS. And now they're here fighting for their spot in the finals. The RLCS team, the big one right now is a lot of them have dropped down to lower bracket. One of our last remaining RLCS teams other than Singularity. So they're looking to make it there. They're fighting hard and they're already on offense. A potential shot shot down by a demo. And State can take the ball upfield.
All eyes on Metsonoris perhaps in this series. How will he fit in with this Endpoint squad? He has been solid so far today. Endpoint, they have had to survive. They have had to battle, and you saw what Canyons did just a little while ago. They had a very shaky first game as well, but they came back as they seemingly always do against teams not named BDS or RLCS squads in the promo tournament. Here's Tox centering, nobody home, and Metsonoris will clear it away. Virtuoso chasing down Jamway, does finally take him out. Doesn't have any boost to work with though to center that ball, so Tox will pick his pocket.
The ball launched upfield, up high, and he needed to touch out to the side from Zamu, intercepted, and it's Tox in the corner. A difficult situation, is all low on boost, and 10 to his name. He gets the pass 1, trying to dunk on Virtuoso, but he does get a second touch past Stake as well. Can't follow up by a good demo, a shot just going wide above the net, it is. And Zamui, a bit of time to clear it away, but a quick turn around, the relating wave catches it, launches it high, straight back on the attacker Endpoint, looking to find that opening goal, and with Messi defense, that's going to be it. Endpoint have a 1-0 lead.
I have no idea what this play was. Tox has this ball. Jamway comes in, and he's the one who actually centers it for Virtuoso, and Endpoint get a gift in game 1.
And what a gift that was. Canyons at defense there, a complete utter mess. Endpoint take full advantage of it, and they get a 1-0 lead 2 minutes in, and a good start for Endpoint, trying to extend upon that lead a little bit more. 1 goal is never safe in Rocket League. We see it time and time again, how easy it is to let one slip by. And well, Endpoint, they do not want to risk letting things slip by, but as the ball goes high, Stake dropping down the Tox, the demo on Virtuoso, leaves the defense undefended, and we're all tied up.
Yeah, Tox there on the doorstep waiting. All 3 getting involved in the action for Canyons as they find an equalizer. They did not waste any time at all. All knotted up with just about half a game to go in game 1 of a series that promises to be full of a lot of twists and turns. Relating wave popping one high. Metsonoris thought about it and said he'll yield to Virtuoso. That's going to be swept away by Jamway. Looked like they were trying to bait out another double commit along the back wall, but this time the defense of Canyons up to the task, and they all seem to be on the same page. Tox blocked by Vert, relating wave downfield, long-standing duo. Can't connect for a goal yet, but Vert will try again, trying to force one through Jamway. 2 minutes left. Tox around Metsonoris. Missed on that touch, but it does force relating wave back. But a demo here should force Stake to stay home at midfield.
Metsa up the field. Vert can connect, and a good clear from Zamway, intercepted, but the pressure still remains, and Virtuoso sent straight back to the back wall once more. Leaves State by himself. Metsonoris got the boost to do something, but sitting still, waiting for the ball to come to him. Tox can get it past pretty easily. Round the corner once more and launched up high. The counter-attack from Canyons, working very well, headed off the crossbar, another shot, a save from Bart, gets it away, Metsonoris on the dribble, the counter-attack to Virtuoso, to the backboard once again, where's the follow-up, there it is, there's the lead for Endpoint.
Well, Vert, he'll get an assist here, but not what he was aiming for. That shot should have gone anywhere in the net, but he does at least set up relating wave. He'll convert. And Wave now, adding his first goal of the series, could be the first of many the way he's been playing today. Now Metsonoris will yield to relating wave. Wave will take that after going for the kickoff. Stake, as Jamway flanking him. Jamway might even be trying to play enforcer, and instead he'll set up in midfield, looking for an equalizer, but denied by Metsanoris.
Metsanoris overtalked. Mets has got the boost. Vert going for the demo. He finds a bump instead. He's known for his demo ability, and he shows it off right there. Hunting down the last defenders. Another goal for Endpoint. 3-1. And what a performance this game one's been.
Nobody had more demos this season that discombobulators went up to the RLCS than Virtuoso. And his physical play opening the door for Metsanoris there. And that could be the insurance goal that springs Endpoint to a Game 1 victory. But there is still time for Canyons. And we've seen them come back from worse. Metsanoris banking one in. He got bumped away. So Shamway will be able to come back and collect this. 30 seconds remaining in game number 1 as Metza gets the benefit of a demo by Vert. Stake spawned ball side. That's going to make things really awkward for Canyons as they try to get downfield. It would take about a miracle at this point. Stake could not center that ball. Cox will try and Vert just parked right in front of the ball, and he's going to get a goal because of it.
4-1 Endpoint running away with this game, and Canyons can do nothing about it. Another one slips by, and as that one slowly falls into the replay, I think we can safely say that game number 1 gonna go in favour of Endpoint. And there is not enough time for Canyons to bring this back. 10-second free goal needed. Is that gonna happen? Of course not. Endpoint gonna take game number 1 and be ever so closer to qualifying for the Spring Series finals. One game at a time.
One game at a time. That's been the mantra of this Canyon squad in particular, though. They will find themselves down a game like they did against Magnifico just a short while ago. But this time, this Endpoint team, it's not like they did anything flashy or spectacular. It's just throw Vert like a battering ram downfield, almost like a lead blocker in American football. Clear the way. Metsanoris relating wave. They certainly benefited from that type of play. And now, Endpoint, as you mentioned, one step closer to the weekend.
One step closer, and a great performance. We've seen everyone really putting in a good shift right there. Metsanoris, as you said, a lot of eyes are on him, and well, he did live up to the task. He had a very good show in that game, number 1, and I expect to see that continue. Endpoint, they're looking better and better every single game, and I'm enjoying watching them.
Other matches going on right now. There's only one other match in the upper bracket with a team going on to the weekend. Clappers and Singularity. And that Clappers team, boy, they took down Solari. This whole bracket has been full of a lot of surprises. We saw Monaco go down to Singularity. About a 50-50 matchup there, but Clappers beating Solari. I don't think anybody really saw that one coming.
No, certainly not. Solari just qualifying for RLCS and getting them beat by the Clappers. A very exciting team for sure. Archie, Joras and Calix. And it's an exciting team, but I'm really excited to take that. But either way, they've dropped to the lowers, and it just adds to how much talent is in that lower bracket and how much of a hard fight it will be for the team who loses this. And at the moment, Endpoint, they're trying to decide it's going to be Canyons. They took the first game, and they're looking pretty aggressive already in game number 2. But going for the bump on stage, bumping him in net. The ball tries to get touched centre by Metza. He can't get it, and cleared away for just a moment. Sent straight back in by Wave. A dangerous possession for Zamui. He's getting chased around as the ball goes high. Endpoint. So much aggression, so hard to deal with, but Canyons finally able to clear it away.
It will be Canyons right back on the attack as Stake looking to read this, but Metsanoris already up there on the back wall. Shamway and Tox collide. That's going to slow them down a bit, but Tox able to dump this back in the zone. Shamway got a demo. Metsanoris being bullied by Tox. Shamway trying to slow play his way through. It's worked a couple of times, but not this time against the defensive Endpoint.
Launched up high, relating wave following it up. Got the boost to get a second touch past Tox. No, he can't. It's cleared away for a moment. And in the centre it goes. Stake can take it high, trying to bring it round. To the back wall it goes, dropping down. Wave out to the side. Back to Metza. A goal yet to be scored. It could be it right there. But can't find the touch. The net left wide open. Zamui can't make it in time though. And the demo from Wave shuts down that play. That could have been detrimental to concede for Endpoint. But they do make it back. They do hold on. but a quick return from Canyon still not being found.
Well, Shamway now, he has a lot to shoot at, but instead he puts the shot wide. Virtuoso made the save anyways. Now Vert has Metsonoris waiting. Can he set him up? No, but Relating Wave coming on the right side. That's going to be cleared away by Stake. Got another demo, this time on Vert. Dose of his own medicine. Metsonoris has Virtuoso off the respawn, but he can't get the ball out to him, so Vert has to come back to the net. And a good thing he did. Demos left and right on both sides of the field. Neither team letting the other play at full strength for very long. This will bounce downward, and Stake does react in time, just a little bit faster than Relating Wave there. Now another ball centered. This could be trouble, but Metsonoris beats Tox to the punch, and it will be Virtuoso intercepted by Shamway. Solid defense here. We've seen, again, both these teams have played some high-scoring games today. Good to see them settling in now in a defensive battle.
Half the game off the clock, still 0-0. A lot better from Canyon. Endpoint struggling to find this opening goal for himself, but they've been the closer team to do so. As it comes round once more, Stake can get a touch, drops it down. Tox not able to find the touch, leaves Stake in a difficult position. He gets it high, over one, back to Relating Wave, and straight up to Vert. Trying to drop it down, he can't find the touch, but Metsonoris quick on the return, just above net. Stake can get the save. Tox taken upfield. Canyon's only scored one goal the whole series, 4 for Endpoint. Nothing this game. It could be a goal right there for Canyon, saved by Metsa, and Stake cannot follow up. Canyon's getting so close now, but he still can't take the lead.
Well, another one's going to be backed in by Stake, as this Canyon squad, they are circling like buzzards. It is Tox missing there, but he still got Metsonoris on his way through. Metsa able to recover. That's well done. Good concentration by a very seasoned veteran, and he almost broke the scoreless tie, but he might have been better off letting a teammate go. Metsonoris will pop one up for Vert. Off to the corner this will go. Vert can't follow up the play, but he can steal some boost out of the corner of Canyons. Relating Wave as Vert just camping in front of the goal, trying to run interference. He could not, and now he'll have to respawn. Relating Wave with a minute to go. Might have to take this himself, and he cannot. So Shamway will take over. Missed opportunity there a couple of times for Endpoint, and they're going to regret it as Stake scores on the other side.
Finally, Canyons can score a goal, and they slip it in. They take the lead. 50 seconds left in the clock, and Canyons 1-0 up. Endpoint, they finally let one slip by. I thought it could have went to overtime, but it's looking more and more likely that Canyons will take this now. 1-0 lead. 50 seconds left. Could it be extended to 2? It takes off the backboard. What a save from Relating Wave. Gets it away. Vert takes it high. Over to Metsa. A launch up field. That could go in. It could slip past the post, but all tied up once more. 36 seconds left. One apiece. Endpoint are not going down easy.
Another one-goal lead that the Canyons can't hang on to. And this time Metsonoris just out of the reach of the defense. With 36 seconds to go, Canyons again have to flip the switch, going from defense to offense, and they just might know. Shamway threw that off to the side. Tox got on. No, it's off the corner. Shamway blocked by Relating Wave. Now Stake over to Shamway with 20 to go. Tox again. Banks one to the back wall, but Stake's taken out of the play. Shamway was not able to get boost when he went back, so all he can do is hang around and make a challenge. Tox now over to the side. Regulation winding down as Relating Wave makes one more save. Stake. Good communication by Canyons, but it's not going to result in a goal. We go to overtime in game 2.
I said I expected an overtime. I did not expect it in this fashion. Game number 2, one apiece. We go to overtime. Endpoint trying to get to match point. But it's also close. Metsonoris finds the save. Taking it high and low on boost. He does find the pass to Vert, but gets intercepted. Vert does get a demo on Zamui to the backboard. Where's the follow up? Stake gets it away. Relating Wave waiting on the ground. Can get a touch high once more. The pressure still remains from Endpoint. Doing a good job at formulating their attacks, getting going on offense, but they've just not finished enough this game. One apiece. A launch up field. Oh, the demo's working out in their favour. 2-1 to Endpoint. They take game 2.
Shamway down, Tox down, wide open, clear the runway as Metsonoris wins it in overtime. And Endpoint, one game away from ending this series and ending their tournament run and going on to the weekend. What a performance that we've seen, especially from Metsanoris. He's the guy that everybody's looking at. How is he going to fit in with this Endpoint squad? And he is, he's passing the eyeball test for me.
He's definitely proving himself today. People were very speculative of how good he would be. And well, he is showing that he can still live up to the task. 2-1. Game number 2 of the overtime. Metsanoris. Just look at the scoreboard. 700 points to his name. May not all be about that. But he was everywhere on the pitch. Offense, defense, everywhere in between. The man ran the show that game. And now Endpoint are 2-0 up.
They are 2-0 up, but as I've been reminding everybody all throughout the day, this is the former RCD Espanol we're talking about here, and oh boy, Steak just about bungled that kickoff. They're still going to get a shot right out of the gates, but that was not pretty at all. This is a team, Boyo, that we've seen come back from seemingly impossible deficits. They're down 0-2, backs against the wall in the upper bracket here. They almost made the most out of an ugly situation. Samway, backboard for himself. Metsanoris will dump that to the corner. It's a good start for Endpoint as they seem to have settled down after kind of a hectic start defensively. Relating wave, looking to center. Instead, that was a shot on target, and Samway had to make the save, and he had to be wary of Virtuoso coming in behind him.
Metsa. He's bringing it around, intercepted by Talk, but once again the Endpoint offense coming out fast and strong, but cleared up field, sent back for a minute. Metsanoris can dribble it away uncontested. Talk's finally coming in, the ball launched over him. Samway can clear it away for a moment, but it's going to be sent straight back in by Relating Wave. It's in the net, needs a tap out to the side. Metsa, a one-shot field, over to Vert. Talk's the immediate first though. Back over to Samway. Canyons, they're going for the demos. They know it works for Endpoint. Why can't it work for them? But it's not worked for them as of yet. Still 0-0. 1 minute 30 off the clock. And Endpoint, more aggressive so far. Canyons starting to slip through. Getting a bit better. But not good enough just yet. Endpoint, they're still holding on.
Samway is running around like a man possessed. He is stealing boost, going for demos. He is headhunting. In game 3, it is an obvious change for Canyons in their approach. He's going to try to take out Vert. No, he will peel off. He may have to head back. No, he takes out Relating Wave instead.
Oh, no!
Metsanoris takes advantage of Samway just being downfield looking for demos. They forgot to defend him, who's had the hot hand in the series.
Who said he could not do it anymore? Metsanoris proving his worth right here, right now. 1-0 up to Endpoint. What a performance all around. But Metsanoris, you should be proud of yourself. Off the backboard and cleared away. It's still not going to slip in. Relating Wave in the net. Able to find the save. Metsanoris off the ceiling. Taking it upfield once more. Can't find the second touch. Relating Wave can clear it though. Upfield to the corner. Samway, a bit of time. A pop off the wall. Can't find the pass to Torch. Couldn't find it. Intercepted in the midfield. With half the game left to go, Endpoint have a lead once more, and they always seem to hold on to their leads. They just don't let it go. 1-0, looking good. Half the game left. Canyon need to do something and need to do it fast.
Very difficult team to come back against. Relating Wave knocks Tox into next week, and he might have knocked him into the lower bracket as Vert scores.
2-0. Endpoint, what a team they are. A great bump, a great goal. 2-0 in game number 3. Looking to qualify. Can they do it? It's looking so likely. Still time for Canyons. 2.5 minutes left with their 2 goals down against a really strong Endpoint team. I don't know if they can do it anymore. They need to pull something magical out of the bag if they want to do it.
Steak going to try to do it himself. He missed on that attempt, and Metsanoris will clear away with 2 minutes left. Again, it's such a difficult team to come back against because they make you play short-handed so often. You've got to be on point against Endpoint as Metsanoris will bank one away, and Virtuoso downfield just killing took more time off the clock. Even more importantly, he stole that corner boost. So even if Canyons wanted to get downfield, they can't. Jamway stuck in his own net because Vert blocked him in. Now he will finally break out. Lobbing one up for Tox, he missed high. And Metzanorris will clear away past Stake, who was pushed up just a little too far, and he kind of has to be because this Canyons team, they've got to get downfield as quickly as they can. They've got to try and stay there and apply pressure down 2 goals with the series on the line. This goes up high, and a rare lobster endpoint allows Jamway to score.
A little bit closer. Canyon slowly bringing it back. Metza back flipping on the goal line. It's only within 1 now. Canyons have 1 minute 16 seconds, or else they'll head to the lower bracket. Can they send us to overtime? Can they take the lead? They have to do something. They have to do something quick. And Zamway upfield to the backboard. He's not fast enough though. The ball just a little bit too slow off the touch, bouncing away in a launch upfield. Sent straight back to their own half. So close, and could be another one for Endpoint. Slipping away out to the side. Zamway upfield, going high, over to the Leighton Wave. Centre once more, and Stake trying to drop it down. 45 seconds, another chance to the backboard again, but nothing coming out of it. Time is ticking. They need to find something soon, and they're on the attack. They've got the best chance to do it, but Endpoint holding out strong.
Relating wave, intercepted by Tox, set up for Stake! After the mistake, Norris, and this game is tied!
Metzanorris, how do you let it happen? Tox, a lovely pass, but Stake gets a touch. That's a goal. 2-2. We could head to overtime. Get him a free calendar still in this.
2-2 with 27 as this will bank right for Virtuoso, and Stake has to rush back. Just getting there in time, but there's Relating Wave. He'll intercept that clearance attempt from Tox. Metzanorris thought about creeping up. He's got to rush back. Stake, bank, towards Jamway. Needed one more touch, couldn't get there. Time winding down. Looking towards another overtime, perhaps. Relating Wave, the only thing stopping Canyons from forcing game 4!
Tox
is there!
Tox, what a finish! 0 seconds, 3-2, and he can tap it in off the post. Canyons, they give it another game.
A world champion caliber clutch goal as Tox forces game 4 off a great feed from Jamway. That was going to be wide. He does tuck that in on the far side, and Endpoint, who were so close to punching their ticket to the weekend, have to play just a little bit more as they've got to battle against a furious comeback effort from the Canyons.
2-1. Endpoint, they had it in their grasp. But Canyons, you said it already, they do not give up easily. And they take it 0 seconds, avoid the overtime, and they send us to game number 4. Still not point to Endpoint. They still have the best chance of taking this, but Canyons, ever so closer.
Tox blocked by Metzanorris as now Endpoint mentally have to recover, and you would imagine, veterans that they are, it should not be a problem, but they're also dealing with a Canyons team that's got to be riding sky high emotionally after that overtime, after that regulation winner. Here's Zamway. They almost scored, did Endpoint just a moment ago. Now it's Canyon. Zamway's there, and Vert had him in the corner of his eye the whole time.
Metza, the pinch up field, low on boost, but the follow up from Vert will keep the pressure on. He can get a second touch, but it lies to Metza once more. A diamond from Vert leaves the defense in a difficult situation, but Tox deals with it greatly. That launch upfield from Wave, sent straight back, same situation once more, but he can't get it away. Stake a lovely launch upfield, back to Vert, but straight back again, ping pong at the moment, trying to find an opening, no one can find anything, it's just constant launching upfield, but a chance for Endpoint now. Vert going for a bump on Tox, can't find it, goes centre, and Metzanorris. He, of course, can finish.
He does finish, and You can see the interference there just out of the corner of your screen, slowing down the defense just enough. That's the 5th goal for Metsonoris in this series. He has popped off. He hasn't quite gotten Endpoint to their goal here this week, but they are oh so close. They're closing in yet again. As Shamway sweeps one away, Relating Wave will bank one back across that Metsonoris can try to track down, but Stake beats him to it. Stake trying to bring this through, blocked by Relating Wave, but he couldn't force it through. Tox to recover, and Virtuoso just trying to play keep away, but Tox is up there too. He's moving around a lot quicker, it seems, as this series has gone on. Shamway, the boost spawned right for him as he steals it away from Endpoint. They're going to be hemmed in their own zone for just a while longer, but Shamway maybe jumped a little too early and could not get any power behind the shot.
A one-shot field, another chance for Virtuoso. They tried to bring it center, no teammate found, and launched away back to the Endpoint net once more. Tox able to turn on it, launching it high, gonna have to try and follow. Metza beats him to it. And 1-0 down on Canyon, looking to come back. Off the backboard there, Stake. Hitting it wide, nowhere near. You need to be scoring those shots. It's just not good enough. 1-0 still to Endpoint. Another launch up field. Torch can't meet it. Gets beat out by Metsonoris. And Zamway, a turn of his own. Back toward net, but can't find the save. Torch back in once more. Trying to keep the pressure on, but they cannot find the shots in they need. The centre's just not coming by. The pass is not connecting. They're getting held down well by Endpoint. Over how much longer? They came back last time. Can they do it again?
They've got a lot more time to work with here. Metsonoris banks one out. Does not find a teammate. Instead finds Tox, who found Shamway. Tox up high again.
Oh,
denied by Metsonoris, who's done everything on both halves of the field for Endpoint. Shamway being chased by Vert, and he does get rid of the ball, but only barely. Oh, they had a great opportunity, though, did the Canyons. Metsonoris coming to the rescue, and he's waiting behind Relating Wave as he's going to be called on defensively again. Thought about that corner boost, instead had to stop and turn. Little indecisiveness, but it hasn't cost them much.
Metza, the MVP of this tournament so far. What a performance he's been having. So many clutch saves, so many great goals. Such a great play all around, and Endpoint working greatly with him. So great to see. I'm excited to see more of this roster, and it's looking like we will as they're 1-0 up. 1 minute left. Just hold on, and they'll qualify for the spring series. And as the ball drops down, another shot for Metza. Stake has to make the save. The ball's up high, slipping towards net. Stake can find it again. They're coming back around. It's Relating Wave. Dropping in front of net. No pass found. And a launch up field. A last ditch effort for Canyon, trying to make their way once more. One last chance, but they just can't do it. Constant shutdowns. Leave them in the defense. Leave them struggling to break back out. And with 30 seconds left in the clock, need to do something now. That's a pass. A shot going wide. Torch hits it high. Stake and finish. We're tied up again. 30 seconds. They do it every time.
They do it yet again. Tox. Brilliant play, throwing one over the Stake, not trying to do too much. So many players would be tempted to try and force a shot in there at a nearly impossible angle. He instead has trust in his teammate Stake, who's been outstanding all day. He scored his third, but it may not be enough. Relating Wave answers right back for Endpoint.
What a quick return. How has it happened? What a play. And it's all back to Endpoint again. 2-1, 25 seconds. They can't give it up now.
Another challenge for Canyons. Can they come back again? Tox throwing one to the side to get Stake to Shamway. This is going to be high. Nobody on the backboard. Stake dropped down, and we're tied again.
What is this game anymore? Tied up again. 15 seconds off the backboard. Stake drops it down. I don't understand what's going on. Are we going to go overtime? Who knows anymore? It's 2-2. 15 seconds. I don't know what's going to happen.
More twists and turns in the roller coasters at Six Flags, and now Tox with another shot. That's going to be saved by Virtuoso. We are not guaranteed overtime by any means. Bert trying to at least control this and slow things down, trying to get to that OT. And we finally will.
We make it to OT. 2-1 to Endpoint in series. Match point in their favour. If they take this, they qualify for the Spring Series Finals and face off against the top Boyoroyo last season, and it's a great place to end up for them, coming through the winner bracket. Better than expected of them this qualifier. Great performance all around. But Canyons trying to find the upset, trying to say otherwise. They're ever so close. Sent us to overtime, game number 4. They are fighting for their life. They don't want to head to lower bracket. They want to win it right here. And it's 2-2. Overtime now. Next goal takes it. And I could not be more excited.
Still a long road ahead, even if Canyons can get an overtime winner here. But Endpoint looking to set up a date with Barca if they can score a golden goal here, and Stake makes the save.
Talks out to the side, but Leighton Wave hitting a high one more, no boost to follow. A save from Zamway out to the side, low on boost, but he can tap it high and they try and follow up. The Leighton Wave can't find his touch either, still on top field, Talks is following, Mesa finds a save, and out to the side once more. Game 5, just feeling like we need it at this stage of how close this has been. But Endpoint are saying otherwise, they're holding on still. Mesa notice an amazing performance. Virtuoso and a Leighton Wave doing just as well. And Virtuoso tapping it in. But Metsa's shot will give it to Endpoint. They take the series and they qualify for the Spring Series.
They turned around Tox at midfield. I think he got bumped somewhere on his way back, and that's where you saw him spin out and turn sideways. He couldn't get back. Nobody else could, and Endpoint survives against a team in Canyons that seemingly would not die, Boyo, but they do finally force Canyons down to the lower bracket.
They finally drop Canyons. They refuse to let go, but finally they get taken down. Endpoint, your first team to qualify for the Spring Series. And they will be joined by another team who just qualified in an upset. The Clappers beating Singularity over on Rocket Kingdom. They also qualify. So Endpoint, Singularity, both dropping down to the lower bracket. Both having to fight their way back once more. But both teams in a good position to do so. But so much talent. Going to be hard. But I believe that it's going to be some good matches either way.
Yeah, that does it for the upper bracket. Again, congratulations to Endpoint. Congratulations to the Clappers who have punched their ticket to this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun watching this Endpoint squad, the way they're playing with Mets and Nords. They can carry that over into the weekend. Barca is going to have their hands full. So too might Dignitas in the upper half of the weekend bracket, but we are far from done here. We've got a lot of action coming up in the lower bracket. The likes of Solari, you may see Oxygen or Monaco. You're definitely going to see this Canyons team yet again as we turn our attention to the lower bracket. We're going to take a short break here while we get our next matchup ready to go. When we come back, teams fight for survival in the Spring Series qualifiers. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.